and again, I don't doubt. I sit and I plan and I found out that I can execute. If I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom, read some books, something written, watch the best, teach a system I invest. Never hidden, I ain't scared, ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day because I believe in everything that I'm doing like it was meant to be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Down, Nana in one direction. Nana is trying to escape. On the oh my goodness, no, the Melina and the Melina Blitz just keeping her alive. But that was a
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go. Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan and I found out that I can execute. If I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom, read some books, something written, watch the best, teach a system I invest. Never hidden, I ain't scared, ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
doing something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day because I believe in everything that I'm doing like it was meant to be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
It lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. It lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Down, Nana in one direction. Nana is trying to escape. Una on the hunt. Oh my goodness. No, the Molina. And the Molina Blitz just keeping her alive. But that was a
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Let's go. Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best. Teach a system, I invest, never hidden, I ain't scared. Ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah.
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
down. Nana in one direction. Rana is trying to escape. Yuna on the... Oh my goodness. No, the Molina. And the Molina Blitz just keeping her alive. But that was a...
Your fireness, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go.
Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best, teach a system I invest. Never hidden, I ain't scared, ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah.
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here, bringing you the Madagascar Hunter Tournament. It's Group D, it's day one. It is a cracker of a start right at the beginning. We have Dindere up against Aurora. The 8 p.m. match, I know we're 9 minutes late. That's more my fault than the organizer's fault. If you're gonna blame anybody, you can blame me. I'm sorry, I finished work a little bit late, so I just kind of rushed in here. We're into the banning phase, or what should be the banning phase. I think we had a must ban already. Osirix with the must ban. Instinct, banning on Instinct, getting rid of that Bernadetta to start. So I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I should actually get a poll up for all of you.
Welcome to Grok's castle, tiny friend.
Hayabusa, good ban. Grok, perma ban right now. But let me get this poll up and running. Let me move all the things out. Everything is in the way. My workstation. There's chaos abounds. But who will win? Will it be Dindere or Dindre? You can tell me when I'm butchering the pronunciation later on. You can even throw it. Okay, no, don't dislike the video. Don't do that. Right? You can mention in the comments how badly I pronounced that. And Aurora. In the mix. All right, so we've got our poll up and running. Let's hear from you who you think is gonna win. We've got the picks coming through. We've got Salah, Adams, Sakuna, and Osirix picking up a very powerful combo here. You've got the Camilla with the Cursed Blood. You've got the Sicilian with the Bat's Feast that combines with it. You've got Gatto with that Avatar of Guardian that makes no backline safe. At the same time, Aurora, they seem to be going for a very, very decent comp themselves. They've got the Zushin, who can deal with both the... Actually, it's very annoying if you're a Camilla. Zushin's just going to be airlifting you continuously. The same with the Gatto, when you're going to try to get enough with a little bit of poke. CC is going to make it very difficult for Gatto to get out of lane because she's a monster in the lane. And well, Lance has that ability to dive the backline and is one of the counters that you get to a Sicilian. But let's see what the rest of the draft's going to churn out. We've got the Amon ban, as we know, in the Southern African bloc, the Southern African servers. People hate Amon. They hate it. So Amon being removed from the equation. Clint could definitely be a respect ban coming through. Ooh, Amamura picking up that Minotaur. So adding a little bit of sustain and a massive amount of CC. So a lot of team fight potential for both teams. Brian, YSS Open, wants to lock onto that YSS. I mean, if it's open, if it's available. If not, why not? You know, you should be able to pick it up. Beatrix from Camelot there. Another big team fight marksman. So there's quite a few heroes. Like you're looking at both, you're looking at Sicilian, Beatrix, and Gatto, all combined with Camilla and the Cursed Blood. YSS providing that vision, a little bit of extra CC. Does also have skills that combine with the Cursed Blood. So deadly lineup from Dindre. When we're looking at Aurora here, picking up the Natan, which is a little bit of a late game scaler, so they're going to have to be a bit patient once that Natan comes online. Very, very devastating. Opting to go for the Aegis, so a lot of protection and burst ability once he gets those items. This draft's quite strong from both teams, very team fight orientated. So the big question is now, who will win the matchup? It's going to come down to small itemizations. The tiny things that will make a difference. For the side of Dindre, you're going to be looking at getting those anti-heal items online as quickly as you possibly can, because you know that with the Minotaur, and especially when you see the emblem set up from the Minotaur here, right, he's got the support emblem set, so he's probably going to be rushing the Flask of Oasis, rushing the Oracle into the mix here, just to try to get those heals out early. Oh, Sicilian being airlifted once more. That's the thing with a Zushin. Very, very annoying to deal with in the early part of the game. So it's that tiny itemizations that you're going to need. So Dindre is going to have to get anti-heals and different anti-heals online as quickly as possible. So you're looking at probably the mage and I would say maybe the XP lane picking up that. Maybe let the Camilla go for a little bit more of a tanky item so that she can sustain. And you're going to have to figure out a way to try and poke down the Minotaur. So if you poke down this Minotaur nice and early, it's going to allow the opportunity for the team fights to go your way. But if you're going to be the side of Aurora, you're going to have to play around this Mono. You're going to have to make sure that he doesn't get poked down too much. Plays a little bit safe. There's Lance going into the mix here. He's managed to get the Phantom Execution in the backline. There's Zushin with the airlift. Zushin Airways as she's She thinks she's NASA here, just launching people as rockets up into the air. So that's sure nothing. So far, Aurora very strong. They're playing around this early part of the game where they've got the power spikes. They know that the game will change once Camilla hits level 4. Once that cursed blood is available, it does change the course of the team fight. So it's a real question is now, can they be patient enough to deal with this? YSS gets scouted out by the Minnow. He's trying to find the angle going in. It's the Crimson Lantern, the lift off here onto the YSS. They take him down. Curtain Call catching out too. They're diving onto everybody. Kamala, is she gonna get taken down? Yes, Sicilian manages to escape with his life. But look at this from the Netan. He's managed to make a rotation across towards the mid lane, putting pressure, moving across. Jungle invades going on. It's 4-0 as it's just so much pressure piling on here from Aurora. They're freezing it all, freezing lanes, freezing the farm. And hoping to take that, make it a cold victory here. It is a best of 1 after all. Stun onto Camilla. She does get the restun onto Zushin, but Zushin doesn't care. Zushin's like, I'm just here to launch you all in a space. NASA ain't got nothing on me. Minnow with the scout outs. Just making sure that Nathan here can stay safe. Nice from Nathan with the lane freeze. Wants to force out the Beatrix. Wants to get Beatrix to overextend. Minnow has been scouted out. The YSS alt does give vision. The side of Dindre did make the rotation towards CC, but she's not the easiest to lock onto. Everybody's setting up here. They've got the claw going in onto Camelot. It's the flicker ulti combo in from the Minnow, and he survives with 1 HP, but he's gonna get chased down. The Camilla lands the stun. It's a 1-for-1, but there's the engagement here onto the Sicilian. The Crimson Lantern is out. The Cursed Blood did fall. The continuation of this fight. Nicely done. That's Brian into the backline, but he's gonna get poked out by the Lancelot. However, Gold TC on this Nathan, he's like, okay, wait, hold on a minute here. I think I'm a bit too low for this. You're gonna have to escape. But Aurora seizing the opportunity, stealing some farm, and it's gonna be the Phantom Execution coming from the Lance as Curtain Call with the follow-up managed to take down the Camilla before this fight can begin. Avatar of Guardian into the mix. They're chasing down the YSS. CC with the yo-yos. YSS has to disengage, but there's the Gato. He's CCing everybody up. Lance has to try to disengage. It's the Rocket Barrage coming out from the Beatrix. She made the rotation. Nathan as well. He's almost taking down the Gato. He's like, I can't even say that's 1 HP. That is like no HP escapes. Lots of action happening here in the mid lane, but with that going on, it's going to be Aurora with the second turtle of the game. Kamala gets the scout out onto Zushin. Zushin, does she have the Crimson Lantern available? Yes, she does, but no, and Fury knock up onto 2. There's the follow-up from Lance. They take out Camelot. They take down, the save coming in there from Sicilian as he saves his, lover in terms of the lore. I'm not saying that, these teammates are like, oh, but look at the Lance. He's into the mix. Phantom Execution to escape. Instinct, going in by instinct, getting that kill. And it's 8-1 in the favor of Aurora. They're snowballing in this early part of the game. And then while we have a little bit of a moment to breathe, because there's a lot of action going on here, let me take a quick sip of water. CC's like deciding that no, Costa, you shall have no water. Gets the curtain call onto 2. Wants to continue with this engagement. Yeah, she pops the vengeance. Kamala is somehow surviving this. Oh, the yo-yo. Final yo-yo blast, and it's going to be a killing spree. Meanwhile, Lancelot, he's going in onto the YSS. They're engaging. Oh, the second skill almost takes down Ostrix on that Sicilian. Mid lane turret, first turret of the game being removed from the equation. More pressure being placed on the XP lane as well. As CC goes for the wave cut. Still another 30 seconds to the final Lord of the game. The question is, I don't know, it's still quite a long time before the final turtle of the game. It's quite a long time for the Lord. Beatrix trying to clear the way. There's the flicker, Minoan Fury. Knocked up, taken down. Another 2 more turrets, all tier 1 turrets, have been removed from the equation. Lance dancing around, wants to try and get to the backline. He engages on the YSS, who pops that, Mountain Shocker, gets the stun off. There's the full combo coming through with the Curse Blood. Somehow they do survive. Crimson Lantern into the mix here. They take down the Camilla. They take down the Sicilian Unstoppable. But on that Lancelot, they're engaging on the YSS. He just can't escape. The curtain call comes out from the CZ just to secure the objective. The objective being the kill onto YSS. And this is pressure mounting. Rotation across here towards the XP lane once more. Gatto just trying to keep it safe. Third and final turtle. Definitely going to go uncontested to the side of Aurora. And as you can see, they've got a healthy gold lead. It's about 9k. Lift off once more. There's the Avatar of Guardian. Doesn't manage to land onto anybody. Camilla wants to try to find the angle to land that Curse Blood. Bat's Feast is out in the equation, but CC, she's just zoning everybody away. The same with Zushin with the Crimson Lantern. Oh, but there's a Lance. He goes into the mix. He gets a lot of damage done, but not enough to take anybody down. Oh, he tries to go in again. He gets the monster kill, but he's going to get taken out of the equation. Meanwhile, the shutdown kill went to the Beatrix. So for the side of Dindre, they would be saying, you know what? Of all the heroes who could have got that shutdown gold, it's the Marksman. The Marksman is the one we wanted. We just get the items up and running. Oh, Minosaur it looks like he's only going to go for... He's building the Oracle next. He's not even going for the Flask. With the support emblem, I thought he was going to be rushing the Flask, but he opted to go for a bit of anti-heal. Maybe to deal with the Gatto. Because Gatto does have a ton of sustain and can heal back somewhat. Pressure everywhere. It's only the mid lane tier 2 turret still standing for the side of Dindre. With just, excuse me, slightly 40 seconds to go for this first Lord of the game. If you're the side of Aurora right now, you're just hoping to get as many of the Holy Shields down as possible. They do have one on the XP lane. You need to get one on the gold lane down, maybe potentially the mid lane, because when you're in a position like this, you don't want to delay this game. You want to seize the advantage, because the longer any game goes on, the more variables are brought into the equation, the more difficult it becomes for you to actually win the game, right? I'm not saying that it'll prove to be significantly difficult, but why would you want to take the risk? Now, life is risky, we know that, but if you can control the outcome, why not control it? So it would be nice to have more Holy Shields down. However, one seems to be the max that they could have achieved with this. So it comes down to lane management. It's a question of, can Dindre get their lanes unevenly pushed? They need to get an uneven sync so that allows them to defend and then live to fight another day. Because they do have the late game scalers with the Beatrix, the YSS, and, well, Mr. Late Game himself, Sicilian. Oh, Lance going into the mixer, baiting a lot of skills, gets stunned up and forced back. Sanguine Claws slightly off the mark. However, can Aurora get their lanes synced up because they're looking for an early victory? Oh, that's going to be the Phantom Execution into the mix. They take down the Camilla. The Crimson Lantern does come out. They're lifting that Sicilian up. Lance right through the whole base executed. Oh, he's trying to go in onto the YSS. Almost takes him down. Oh my goodness. The shields have been popped. There's one more shield. Lance gets back to a little bit of safety. Nathan takes down a tier 3 turret. Who does he have the opportunity to get the third one in? Minnow is still there. Does have that Minoan Fury. Is he going to go in? He's waiting patiently. Lance trying to bait out the skill. There's a flicker. Minoan Fury knock up onto 2. Minnow somehow manages to survive this. Unstoppable for this Nathan. The base is wide open. Can they find the angle to get this Nathan to get the lock on? It's a monster kill for Nathan. He's locking onto the base, and that's game, set, match. Aurora taking the points in this first game in Group D.
Victory!
very dominant performance from them. MVP for the Lancelot. Very well deserved MVP. Baited out a lot of skill, showed some fast fingers, flashy moves here on the live stream. So well deserved MVP. 8, 1, and 9, but the rest of his team not far behind. Very solid performance from the lot of them. So Aurora laying down a marker at this early stage in the Group D, hoping to book their place through. But Dindre, it's, you take this on the chin. You look at the lessons that you learned from this particular matchup. You come back stronger for the next, because that's what life is all about. It's not about how many times you're gonna get hit, because you're gonna get hit. It's how many times you wake up from that and live to fight another day. But with that being said, we're gonna have the pause screen up and running for just a moment while we get the next lobby set. We've got the next bit of action coming your way here on Waylander Gaming. It's going to be Dindre up against Ragnarok at 8:30, which is in about 4 minutes time. So we will catch you all on the next not next stream, but in a few minutes, same stream. So don't go anywhere. And while you're not going anywhere, don't forget, smash that like, share, and subscribe button. We'll be back with you in just a second.
You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Let's go.
Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best. Teach a system, I invest, never hidden, I ain't scared. Ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah.
You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day because I believe in everything that I'm doing, like it was meant to be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
Realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Nana in one direction. Rana is trying to escape. On the... Oh my goodness. The Melina. And the Melina Blitz just keeping her alive. But that was a...
You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Let's go.
Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best, teach a system I invest. Never hidden, I ain't scared, ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah.
You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day because I believe in everything that I'm doing, like it was meant to be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
Realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Hello everybody, welcome back again. We're into the mix. It is time for the next match of the evening. It is Ragnarok, it is Dindre, it is Lance and Popel and Cooper, and Florin and Haya as the lobby band. So Lance, Popel and Cooper, Florin, Haya being removed from the equation as we're heading into this matchup. Best of one, waiting for everybody to get ready. Are we ready to go? Okay, so it's YSS Bane, Lancelot, and Popel and Cooper. All right. The captain's made some changes. So YSS, Bane. Well, those are two very strong bands, right? Lancelot as well. Popel and Cooper, interesting to say the least. Possibly a respect band coming through. But let's get to see, as it's time to get the show on the road. And let's see who picks up the points in this second match for Group D for the evening. Potentially third match. I know they're having there's a stream on Facebook. Is it Solar or Saiyan Gaming? So don't forget to go and check out Sane Gaming and follow and like on that particular channel, as it's Thenny Jr. with the first ban. And saying, well, you didn't let me ban the Hayabusa in the banning phase, so I'm gonna ban him now. Theon with the response, the ban coming out from the side of Ragnarok. Letting that timer tick down, goes for the Amon ban. So a lot of the jungles have been removed from the equation so far in terms of what's going on here. So it seems that both teams focusing on the jungles, which means there's not going to be that many jungle picks available, so that it would be nice to actually maybe pick them up quite early then. Florin, well, with the that could be potentially, because Dendray are expecting maybe a bit more of a tankier lineup to come in from Ragnarok, but let's get to see. It's always good to get rid of Angela. Angela is just so sus at this moment in time. Dendray going for the, yeah, I was just about to say this, right? With the glue first pick, especially with Faramus being left open, you knew the Faramus was on the way. So Savitar or Savvy, they're picking up the Faramus. Askeladd going for the Beatrix pick. Sala Adams, Joy. Joy always there and thereabouts in terms of the meta. Very, very strong hero. Camelot just hiding. Let's see what Camelot goes for. Kimmy, definitely be a Kimmy mid lane to put some pressure onto the Faramus. Maybe get him to pop that Nether Realm a little bit early, so that removes one of the big team fight spells from the equation. Parallax locking onto the Yuzong, so that's going to provide a bit of problems for that Kimmy and potentially any marksman that's going to be picked up for the side of Dendray. CC a good ban. Well, though I think they already picked up the Yuzong, so I'm not too sure. Maybe they decided ban an extra XP laner. You know, CC is always a problem. So just in case you decided you wanted to pick up the CC in the jungle. Oh, a Matilda. That could prove to be very, very interesting. Could we see the Fredrin come into the equation with the Matilda? Fredrin, potentially an alpha as well. These heroes do very well when paired up with the Matilda. So I'm quite interested to find out the combos that's going to come into play with this Matilda pick coming in. 1-1 was the final ban for the side of Ragnarok. 1-1 always worth the ban. And no matter what they do to her, buff, nerf, whatever happens, she's one of those heroes who nobody likes to face up against. Because once she's very strong in lane, difficult to lock onto, and if you can get the crossbow tanks out nice and early, can literally melt through a team. It used to be worse a couple of seasons ago, right? The moment you hit the crossbow tang, it was like auto savage. Yeah. We knew that, we knew the Fredrin was on the way. It was one of those, it was either the Fred or the Alpha. Fred seemed to be the better pick since you have a support mid lane and a support roam. It's nice to go for a bit of a front line. That puts a lot of pressure onto the Yuzong and Beatrix in order to dish out the damage. But the side of Ragnarok are going to have to prioritize farm. As you can see, Yuzong going for that damage build setup. So, I mean, when you've got that much support, you've got Faramus, Matilda, and you've got a Fredrin. So you got a tank in the front line and two people to give the amount of sustain that you need. Your XP laner definitely needs to go damage. Otherwise, you're going to be lacking damage in these big team fight moments. But into the game we go. And it looks like a bit of an early bit of invade. But Faramus made the movement across and they scouted out that potential invade. Stuff that from going on that could have been interesting. I do like that strategy, simply because people will be unaware of it. And Fredrin's not the quickest of jungles, so you have the opportunity to, in comparison, if you're comparing jungle speeds, Joy versus a Fredrin, Joy is going to have the opportunity to, look at that. Made an extra movement across. Oh, there's the engagement, the pullback onto the Clint. First blood, diving under the turret. It's Kawakage who manages to pick up the first blood on the Matilda. Meanwhile, there's a bit of a counter engage going on into the mid lane. And another kill there on the XP lane. So it's Glue on the roam position. Interesting. And Khalid deciding to go in the XP lane, maybe to try to deal with this Yuzong. Yuzong is... Once he gets level 2, can actually kill you. Oh, but look at this Khalid. He's like, I don't care about the passive from the Yuzong. I can do what I need to do, forcing Farrelak back underneath the turret. Joy not opting to commit that Electro Beats to dive underneath the turret. Meanwhile, the side of Ragnarok are putting pressure here on the gold lane once more. They want to chase onto the Clint. There's the damage. There's the knockback. The follow-up. The taunt underneath the turret. That's going to be another 2 kills going the way of Ragnarok. They are bringing it in like it's doomsday. Electro Beats coming out from the Joy, not managing to catch onto anybody just yet. Savvy on that Pharaohmus is gonna try to get that level 4 power spike. He knows he needs it for his first objective of the game. And when he has it, especially if Glue goes for that split, Glue is gonna say bye-bye. Because the amount of damage that comes out with that first skill from the Pharaohmus is deadly. So Glue going into the mix there. There we see the damage when you hit the split. The Nether Realm comes through. A Praiser's Wrath from the Fredrin doesn't land with the mark, but oh my goodness. There's Yuzong. Black Dragon form. Double kill going the way of Pharaohmus. He wants to chase down this Khalid underneath the turret. Gets the passive off. Piling on the pressure. They're chasing down the Joy. Joy's trying to get some. Oh, the Circling Eagle comes out. Joy somehow escapes it all, loses the buff, but is alive. That's all you need. You need to be alive. It's not worth dying for a buff. Let's be honest. So Caillou with the ghostly, I actually didn't realize that the emotes that you put out there is very Halloween themed. Now that I'm looking at it. Once more, Ragnarok seems to, I don't know, it's like a personal grudge here against Camelot on this Clint. Nobody is letting him farm. They're just piling on the pressure. Oh, there's engagement here in the mid lane as Asala Adams has to try to retreat. Yuzong goes with the dive into the bush. Just miss out on that first kill. Could have been a kill there. It's still just under 40 seconds. Oh, Glue into the mix here. Does get the grab onto the Matilda. Pops. Oh, but look at the Nether Realm clutch play from Savvy as they just absorbing the damage. Glue pulled back. Shotgun blast. Matilda into the mix there as they manage to get the clue. It's Fred who gets the kill. He dives back in. He's controlling this Kimmy up. However, Electro Beats into the backline as Joy. She's trying to do as much as she possibly can. Dancing around. They don't have the lockdown for her. So she does get a kill in response. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. The turtle should be up any second. Clint taking the opportunity to get some farm and get to a little bit of safety. It's like there's just way too much pressure. Yuzong, Black Dragon form, wants to chase down the Kimmy. Kimmy has the mobility. She's taking a lot of damage here, but Yuzong is like, okay, you know what? I committed a lot of skills. I caused a lot of distraction. I need to get away. Gets the knock up onto the Joy. Gets the passive proc. Heals up there with the turtle shield coming through. It's going to have to be reset. You don't want to go in onto the Yuzong just yet. Oh, but the Sandstorm. Will we see the grab into the mix? Yes, we do. Oh, but somehow Yuzong, he gets the drag underneath the turret and the kill. 2v1, nothing. There's the dive. Clint once more. Pressure being placed. NetherRealm committed. And then look at this Yuzong. We're just back to him here. He's just somehow unkillable Yuzong. Farrelak here is godly on this Yuzong. There's the engagement onto the Joy. Sala Adam wants to try to get in, gets the electro beats out, does the, oh, but the shotgun from the Kimmy and the revitalize from Kawakaki there. Askeladd, you need to say thank you to your Rome. Kept you alive in the mix. Glue having to disengage. There's the circling eagle, knock up onto one. They got the chase on once more. Clint is taken out of the equation. Matilda is so low. There's the engagement onto Fred. The grab is on. Oh, praises turn around with the nether realm into the mix. Renner's rat from that from Askeladd there on the Beatrix. The chase is on onto Kimmy. Can they get another? Yeah, I mean I'm saying Kimmy. Onto the Joy. They get the Joy down. Beatrix almost got a kill onto the Kimmy. That was what was on my mind when I was thinking about it. But look at this here from Frederick once more. He's camping it out. He's waiting. He's just waiting. Wants to see who's going to be the first to fall into his trap. Kimmy moving. There's the Petrify combo. Hello and goodbye to Kimmy. Sent back to the base. Joy going into the mix here. The tier 1 turret in the mid lane. Lots of pressure being placed onto it. There's the electro beats. Sandstorm. Follow up. Will we see the grab? But there's the nether realm keeping everybody alive. The Renner's Wrath comes out from the Beatrix. Oh, but they managed to take down 2 Black Dragon form. The chase is on. They don't want to go for Camelot underneath. Oh, they're chasing down this Joy. Joy has to get out of dodge. Third and final turtle for the match is up, but they're not interested in it. They're just piling on the pressure here in the jungle of Dindre or Ragnarok. They should. It's okay. It's 50 seconds to go to the Lord. Are you really going to wait 50 seconds? It looks like they are. It looks like they're going for the farm. They're deciding upon this. Right? Okay, I think they're going for the turtle. Yeah, they are going for the turtle. Or maybe they're using the turtle as a little bit of a bait. But I highly doubt that Jay is going to be taking a bait here and wanting to engage on this. Yeah, 50 seconds was just way too long to wait for a Lord. You might as well get the gold and get out. Maybe take down some of the tier 2 turrets in the meantime. Hopefully some of the holy shields as well. So it's going to give you the best opportunity to win. Sandstorm into the mix. Oh, there's the engage. Oh, look at this from this Yuzong. He's surviving through all of this. He's building up the stacks. He's trying to engage onto the backline. He does passive proxy, gets the kill. He's going into the mix. Unstoppable. Will he get the double? No, it's Fredrin who gets the next kill there. There's the grab onto this, onto the Fredrin, but he's just walking it off. They're not worried. Glue, he's gonna get pulled back. He's gonna get knocked up. It's gonna be the third kill. Who's gonna get this? It's a monster kill on the Yuzong. This should be a tier 2 turret being removed from the equation. Meanwhile, Beatrix placing the pressure here in the mid. Oh my goodness, the rocket barrage coming through, sending Clint all the way back to meet his maker. And that's gonna be 2, all 3 tier 2 turrets being down. This should be a holy shield popped here in the mid lane. One on the, oh, it's so close to be taken out here in the top lane. Yuzong just trying to get that a little bit of, oh, there we go. That should be the holy shield being taken down. Meanwhile, Joy being chased. She tried to get the lanes and just pushed out, get a little bit of pressure relieved. But that's going to be all the shields, all holy shields down. 30 seconds to go for this Lord. Ragnarok looking in pole position to take this. Well, they're doing the right thing right now, which is freezing the waves a little bit, just clearing the jungle, allowing the Lord to come through. They need to get these lanes synced up. They have the advantage. I mean, no holy shields available. Oh, BOD. Askeladd with the BOD. This damage to the Beatrix has just gone up a notch. If it wasn't that... if it wasn't as already so deadly, it's just went up in stages. So it should be an uncontested Lord. Very difficult for the side of Dendrei to come in to contest for this. The zoning being done anyway, because I mean, discipline, always the key factor. Joy tries to go in there. Is going to get engaged upon circling eagle. Full combination. Unstoppable for the Beatrix. And at 24-2 with a 15k, well, I'll say 14k heading towards the 15k mark. Gold lead for the side of Ragnarok. It's looking dire. No holy shields available. This could be the beginning of the end. Can the defense come out from the side of Jindre? Or will Ragnarok happen? Now, you can't stop Ragnarok. According to Norse mythology, right? So Lord charging in, Beatrix dishing out the damage. There's the charge up. There's the rocket barrage. Glue being engaged upon. CC it up here. Pull back. There's the sandstorm. Yuzong into the mix. The control is there. The nether realm comes out, keeping everybody alive. Black dragon form into the mix. Monster godlike for the Yuzong. He's diving in the backline. The base is wide open. The chase is on Beatrix. Locking onto the base, and well, there was a shutdown kill onto the Fredrin there just at the end, but that was just a last hurrah as Ragnarok take a victory. So, with that being said, that is the 2 games for the Group D already done. I'm not sure what the results of the previous match was, which was I think it was the Royalty up against Ragnarok. Was it the Royalty up against Ragnarok? It was the Royalty up against Shadow Fox. That was a earlier game on Saying Gaming. You can always go and check it out there and see who won. But we know the results of these 2 matches. Aurora taking the victory in the first game. Ragnarok in the second. So well played to them. The points tallies will be through. But we're not done with the Mobile Legends actions for this evening. We may be done with the Hunter tournament for this evening. We'll be continuing 8 p.m. Tomorrow. Actually going to a little bit late tomorrow. So tomorrow, a little bit of a special. We're going to have a long, nice show for you tomorrow. We're going to be finishing off around 9:30 as opposed to a little bit of a quicker one here. But if you want to continue watching more Mobile Legends, if you check Waylander Gaming, you know it's a place to be. We always have a lot of action going on. The Origins tournament is running through right now. So if you want to go check that out, I'll be switching across to that stream, hopping on and lending my voice to the casting there, as we'll be continuing until the late hours of the night with more Mobile Legends action. And while we're here, don't forget to smash that like, share, and subscribe buttons. As always, you know this is going to help us out greatly on the channel. But to everybody who tuned in, thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next stream.